During your transformation, you might feel like everything is falling apart, but in reality, everything is coming together for your highest good. You're being pushed to evolve and get out of your comfort zone so you can live and experience your true greatness. Welcome, change. Hi, my name is Dee Harris. I feel change coming. I feel it in my gut, my intuition, my spirit. You know what I mean? Like something's happening, but I'm not able to put my finger on it. I'm excited for whatever it is. Today I wake up excited for whatever the day has in store for me. Lately it's been a lot of business stuff like accounting and inventories, taxes and websites, closing out the month, closing out the year. Since I restarted my business full time in 2013, I have spent approximately 80 to 90% of my time on business stuff, not the fun creative stuff, no, the business computer stuff. When I had my own stained glass business back in the 70s and 80s, we had no computers or internet. I did a lot of crafts fairs, trade shows, and I traveled heaps. Years later, I burned out from my robot-like state of mass producing similar items and yearning to be creative. I decided to take a month off, which turned into years, marriage, family, and a real job. Let's fast forward to being an entrepreneur in today's fast-paced world. Social media is a full-time job. There is so much to learn regarding SEO, algorithms, conversions, and a lot of other uninteresting terminology like that. However, I have learned so much, and the most important lesson, I don't want to do this anymore. I just want to create art that is meaningful to me, that I can be proud of, and I want to carry a message of positivity and hope, self-love and self-worth. So what does that mean? What does that entail? What is meaningful to me, and what makes me proud? Let's backtrack to 2013 when I quit my real job of 20 years that had a weekly paycheck, union bank backing, pension, and health benefits. Why did I feel I had to leave? Well, at that time, I recently had had a relapse back into my disease of alcoholism, but more so, back into my dis-ease of thinking. When I first got sober back in 1998, I was the poster child of AA. I did everything that was suggested one day at a time. Having gone through a 28-day treatment program for alcoholism, I learned about the disease. Working the fourth step of AA taught me about my way of thinking and how it doesn't serve me. It did not serve my highest good. I changed for the better, but one day at a time, I attended fewer and fewer AA meetings. I stopped hanging out with the like-minded fellows, and most importantly, I stopped giving back what was so freely given me when I needed it most. Sadly, I had forgotten how freeing it was to live a spiritual life from my heart, and my head and ego took over once again, one day at a time. 13 and a half years later, when offered that drink, I took it. Immediately, the disease yelled out for more. Thus, ended my sobriety, but couldn't take back the time of being clean and sober, nor what I had learned about alcoholism. So this was a gift from my higher power to get back right size, to remember that unless I give it away, I can't keep it, to always be there for the newcomer and remember that the newcomer is here to help me remember how fucked up this disease is. All those dis-eases we have with our thinking, with living in negativity, and with being hopeless. Following that relapse, I made it back into the rooms of AA. My purpose in life was solidified, confirmed that I was to share my experience, strength, and hope with others, all others, but especially those suffering from the disease of alcoholism. I know today that I've been chosen to be sober and to share this gift. When I got sober again, I plunged back into doing my stained glass. It was always so therapeutic to me, and I found that its healing didn't go away after decades of abandonment. I focused mainly on making stained glass recovery symbols, beveled triangles in stained glass circles with unity, service, and recovery engraved on the triangle. While still working at my real job, I started an online shop and started learning about web-based business. I sold my art at local markets. I was hooked because that's what alcoholics do. They get hooked. I found myself head over heels involved in AA and working on my business. My attitude got sucky at my real job. I can tell you now that it wasn't my job, but it was me and my lack of full surrender to my higher power. Rather than get fired after 20 years of service with the company, I chose to take an early retirement. That move gave me the ability to go full force in my business and, more importantly, full force in my recovery. Respecting this disease like I respect the ocean, I shall not fear it, but I shall not turn my back on it either. And that feeling of purpose intensifies daily. My connection with my higher power of my own understanding fills me with gratitude, humility, and freedom. I like to write, so I became the editor for our local AA monthly newsletter. When that service position was over, I took on my current position of public information chairperson for our local area, which is where this story started. Yes, I feel there is a change coming, and it's coming my way. I feel it every day. And when I stand before a DUI class to share my experience, strength, and hope, it's like a high for me. I love speaking to classes so much that I started attending Toastmasters so I can learn to speak more effectively. Hopefully, I can carry the message of recovery into schools, businesses, and other facilities that feel a need. I just started The Artist's Way, a course in discovering and recovering your creative self. I am so stoked to be on this spiritual path to higher creativity. I don't know where my journey will take me. I don't know where I'm going. No expectations, no disappointments. I'm going to go with the flow and stay in the moment. I'm going to keep connected with my higher power and stay right-sized, grateful, and humble. Don't turn my back on the ocean nor my disease, and give away my gift of life and recovery. I would love to hear your journey, and I encourage your feedback. Please know that you're not alone on trudging, which is actually a good thing, going in grace, trudging your road of happy destiny. No, there is no need for guilt nor shame that you might have put on your shoulders. You've done your best, and that's all that you should ask of yourself. Love yourself for who you are right now in this very moment, and be thankful for the gifts that you have, those assets that so many of us wish we had. With warmest aloha, my name is Dee Harris.